What's happening, everybody? Justin, Bridgewater's finest on YouTube, Blockbuster_guy on Twitter, and welcome to the 2014 NCAA Men's Basketball Championship Bracketology video series. Boy, that's a mouthful. We are back for year 3 of the NCAA tournament, and I love doing these videos because I never get another opportunity to talk basketball because I couldn't really give a damn about pro basketball. So collegiate basketball really gives me a chance to at least talk about a sport that I enjoy. And things are going to be a little bit different this year. On one hand, I've actually done 3 brackets this year. I've never done more than 2 brackets in a single year, but this year I guess I just decided to get a little extra bang for my buck in there and do 3 brackets. I'm in a bracket in my own group, which the information for that group is going to be in the description here, and we'll talk about that in just one second. So doing my own group, I'm in a group with Hatbox Kid on YouTube, Chris Carter, and I'm in a group for the Uncut Sports Show on Facebook. So I'm doing 3 brackets this year, and I'm not doing them on Yahoo. Yahoo has been my host for anything fantasy sports related for years, and this year I'm not doing it. Why? Because they decided to jump into bed with Quicken Loans, and they need a cell phone number. They're basically just farming cell phone numbers from fantasy sports players. I refuse to do that, ergo, I've moved my stuff over to ESPN. And speaking of, if you want to put your bracket up against one of mine, join my ESPN NCAA, there's another mouthful, my ESPN NCAA men's basketball bracket group. And the information for that, one more time, is in the description down below on this video. You go to ESPN's fantasy sports page. The group ID is 312381. Or simply, again, click the link that is in the description of this video, goes right to it. There's a big red button that says join this group. You can fill out your own bracket, put your bracket up against mine, and see how well you do. So we're almost ready to get into the main tournament, but we got one other little spot of business there, and that's the first 4. The play-in games, nobody really seems to pay any attention to the play-in games, really. It just seems to be whoever wins the play-in games are just going to be fodder for a number 1 seed. That's not the case this year. The Midwest bracket has 3 of the 4 play-in games with a seed as high as number 11. So there are legitimate teams playing in the play-in games that could actually make some noise in the tournament. So I want to talk just a little bit about the play-in games. The only play-in game not to be featured in the Midwest bracket is for the South number 16 seed to have the unenviable task of having to play number 1 Florida in the second round. That game is between Mount St. Mary's and Albany. Based on the numbers here, I like Albany. Albany prefers to play in low-scoring games. Mount St. Mary's gets scored on more than they score on average this season. I like Albany in that game. For the Midwest number 16 seed, we have Cal Poly taking on Texas Southern. This is for the right to play Wichita State, the number 1 ranked Wichita State, in the second round. This game I'm actually going to go the other way. I'm going to go with the team that plays a more run-and-gun style. I like Texas Southern to win that game, to beat Cal Poly, and become the Midwest number 16 seed. The Midwest number 12 seed sees a matchup between NC State and Xavier. This is for the right to play the defending champion number 4 Louisville. Xavier is a really good ball club, and I'm disappointed for them they didn't make it into the tournament. So I'm going to take Xavier here. I think Xavier should be able to walk over NC State to become the number 12 seed in the Midwest and have the unenviable task of having to play Louisville. And for the Midwest number 11 seed, we have Iowa taking on Tennessee. Now, Iowa is one of the top scoring ball teams in the nation, whereas Tennessee plays a little bit more defensive-minded. They're not a bad offensive team. I like Iowa here. I don't think Tennessee is going to be able to come up with enough to stop Iowa, so I like Iowa to become Midwest number 11. So in the first 4 in the play-in games, South number 16 seed I believe will be Albany, Midwest number 16 seed I believe will be Texas Southern, Midwest number 12 seed I believe will be Xavier, and Midwest number 11 seed I believe will be Iowa. So that's it, folks. Time to get into the brackets themselves. In each one of the bracket videos, I'm going to take you as far as the Sweet 16. Might talk a little bit about the Elite 8, but again, we want to save that for the Elite 8 Final Four and National Championship game video. Check out the first bracket we're going to be dealing with, which is the South bracket, in the next video. Make sure you join my ESPN group. Again, the link is in the description. Click that link, get your bracket in there, see if your bracket can top mine. See you in a minute.